twos, call the jacks, win the money, pay the tax on Card Sharks. And here's the host of Card Sharks, Jim Perry.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Good to have you with us on Card Sharks. Thank you. Hope you're having a good day at home. You're very kind. I'm laughing at that opening poem. Call the twos, call the jacks, win the money, pay the tax. That has to be the most depressing opening poem, but we thank you. Stephen James of Huntington, West Virginia, for that opening poem. Now, let's open the board and get to the cards. Pay the tax. Wow. Janice and Bettina, if you will, load in the cards. As you can see, we have a game in progress with these Card Sharks. Nancy Johnson, our champion. Hi, Nancy.
Hi.
Would you remind us again about yourself?
Right, I'm Nancy Johnson. I live in Sylmar, California, originally from the Bay Area, San Francisco Bay Area. I'm married and I've got a one-year-old little boy.
And you wanted to win money for what reason?
To buy a high chair
To
for.
buy a high chair. And Nancy has now won. Ah, isn't that nice? She's won for her high chair. She's almost there, friends, with this inflation. $8,600 for the high chair, right? That'll buy a nice high chair.
I
That's
hope
nice.
so.
Our challenger, John Hayes. Hi, John.
Jim, how are
Good
you?
to see you again.
Nice being here again.
Would you tell us about yourself?
Okay, I'm John Hayes. I live in Carson, California. I'm originally from Mississippi. I'm a pharmaceutical sales rep, and they call us drug pushers sometime. I collect old records as a hobby. I have a couple of Bessie Smith albums recorded in the early 30s.
Oh, you collect the old jazz records?
Oh, yeah, jazz and blues, yes.
Are they hard to find nowadays?
Very much so.
Yeah, it sounds like a good hobby, though.
Yes,
Good.
it is.
Good luck to both of you. We're in the middle of the first game of the match. You both cut the cards, so you're ready to go? Okay. Each player has a deck of 52 playing cards shuffled, and they cut them before we go in the air. Nancy, the champion, plays the upper cards, the red cards. John, the challenger, the lower cards, the blue cards. You can see we're in the middle of the game. Nancy needs 3 cards. John needs 4. And before you can get to play the cards, you must win a high-low toss-up question. And John, the question goes to you. We asked 100 men. I like this question. It's so silly. We asked 100 men. If the most gorgeous woman you had ever seen couldn't cross the street without stepping in a giant mud puddle, would you lie down in the puddle and let her walk on you? How many men said they would lie in the puddle and let her walk on them?
You know, Jim, with today's liberation, I don't think too many guys would lie in the mud puddle and let a girl walk across. So I would say maybe 7.
7
yes.
would lie in the mud. Nancy?
I think it's not many men would do it either, but I think it would be just a little bit higher.
You say higher than that.
Just a little.
Well, if it is higher, you'll go to the board first. If not, it'll be John. The actual number of dirty men who would lie in a giant mud puddle and let the gorgeous woman walk on them is 15. It's higher, Nancy. Oh, my goodness.
Oh, God.
Nancy, we left off with a base card of a 7, but when you win the question,
Change
you have the right to change it.
Change
And
it,
she
please.
does want to change it. Here's a card. A jack.
Oh.
Good change.
Okay. I'd say lower.
Lower than a jack? No, it's a queen. It's not lower. So you lose that card and you give John a chance to play up the 9. You didn't win the question. You can't change the card. Call this, John.
Jim is going to be lower.
Lower than a 9? Yes, so
All
6.
right. I'm going to freeze there.
Freezing it right there. We've got a tie. We'll fill in the space. And the question to you, Nancy. Our man on the street went to New York City, where he asked 100 people, do you honestly think that you could do a better job than the present mayor of New York City? How many New Yorkers said they could do a better job than the mayor?
Well, with the economy the way it was in New York, I don't know much about it, whether he was the mayor then, but I would say that 50 would say they...
50 would say they could do a better job. The economy's the same way now, Nancy. John, higher or
Jim,
lower?
with the present crisis they've had in New York City recently here, I'd say more would think they could do a better job.
More of them think they could
Has
do
to
the
be
job.
higher, right?
The actual number of New Yorkers who think they could do a better job than the mayor is 41. It's not higher, Nancy. Wow. Still, a lot of people think they could do a better job. Nancy, you've got a jack. Do you want it?
Yes, and I will go lower again.
Lower than a jack. And at this time, she's got it with an 8.
I have to freeze. I have to.
Have to freeze with that card right up the middle, and Nancy is a 1-card lead.
no.
We are at sudden death. Someone has to win with this play of the cards. John, we asked 100 women in a previous studio audience. Right now, are you wearing lipstick? How many women were wearing lipstick? I am, said one lady out there in the audience.
I think a lot of women wear lipstick again. A while back they stopped wearing it. It was going natural. But I would say 70.
70. We're wearing lipstick, Nancy.
I wear it, and I think that a lot of women do. That's usually the most thing they wear, is if they don't wear anything else as far as makeup goes.
True, yes.
So I would say that it would be higher.
Even higher than that.
Higher.
The actual number of women who are wearing lipstick is 84. It's higher, Nancy.
Okay.
Nancy, you need 2 cards to win the game. John needs 3. Do you want to play it or pass it?
No, I'm passing it.
You're passing it. John, you need them all to win. 1 mistake. Nancy wins the game. You've got a 6. Call this.
Jim, I'm going with the odds. The next card is going to be higher.
Higher than a 6. Oh, no, it's another 6. It's not higher, and Nancy wins the first game of the match. She put the pressure on you. And Nancy has the first game and $100. We'll be back for game 2 right after this.